What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? I know you probably laughed at that first part, but today I decided to do a video on how to prep your bike for for riding and stuff, because I may be riding tomorrow, might not, just depends. So yeah, let me get started. So you first want to get you want to get some sockets. So I don't know what I brought this. I don't do that. So you first want to get some sockets. So these are sockets that I have. And I'll just go over everything that I tighten on the bike before I go riding. And I'll probably do this again tomorrow morning before I go. So basically, what you want to do first, let me get the camera. So basically what you want to do first is get your ratchet, and then get an 8mm bolt right here. Get this bolt. And basically what you want to do is make sure that these plastic bolts are tight. So this one is tight. Just make sure that this one right here is good. See, this is loose. I'm gonna loosen this up and then tighten it up again. So I loosened up this bolt right here. And I'm basically gonna, well, this is really hard to do with one hand. Let me get the camera. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay, so let me just set this down. Alright, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna loosen it up. Basically to the point where it's almost off. And then I hammered the plastic with the back of this ratchet to get this down, so it's not like on top of the whatever's plastic. So now I'm just gonna tighten this back up. I know this is probably a shitty video and you guys probably can't see anything, but you know, I'm trying. So basically you want this tight, and all these bolts, you wanna make sure that they're snug. You don't wanna like over tighten them, because you could strip, multiple things could happen, meaning like you could strip a bolt or something like that, and they'll just be a pain in the butt to get off or on. So yeah, these two are good. So now we're gonna take this right here. It's an extension, and I take this extension and put it on the ratchet. And this extension is basically for those spots where you can't reach it with just the normal one. So I'm gonna make sure this bolt right here and here, which holds this plastic and stuff. Basically make sure that this one's tight, and it is. So we're good there. What else is there on this side to tighten? Oh yeah, you wanna this right here. Let's see if you can see that. This piece right here. You can tighten it, but I think, but I don't have the right millimeter. I'm not gonna tighten that because that could loosen up my chain, and I don't want that. Okay, that's probably really funny that you guys just saw. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over to this side of the bike and tighten this bolt right here. Make sure all these are tight. Make sure my axle is tight, and yeah, and then I'll do some other things, and then we'll be done. This video is a disaster. Shit. Alright, so I'm gonna tighten this bolt. It's an 8mm, so let me get my stuff. I might just redo this video because it's turning out shitty, but I can't see. So with this one, you don't need the extension because it's right there. But I'm just gonna make sure that this one's tight, and it's tight. And then just go make sure that all these bolts are tight. I forgot, for this bike, the CRF 100, the seat bolts are underneath, and you just want to make sure, and that's a 10mm, not 8. You want to make sure that the seat bolts are tight, because if they're not, your seat is gonna come off and you're gonna lose the bolts. So basically just tighten it up if it's loose, and my seat bolts are good. So now I'm gonna do the axles and make sure that the axles are all tightened up and stuff. And on this this bike, the axles are 19mm. So take your 19mm right here and make sure you can see that. And I forgot to do a couple 10s, but take the 19 and just make sure that your axle's tight and it's tight. And then do the exact same thing on the front, right here. Make sure that this axle's tight and it's tight, so we're good. The axles are very important to make sure that they're tight, because if they are not tight, they can come undone, and it's not going to go well for you or your bike. It definitely won't go well for you. So just be careful of that. And then I'm gonna go back and tighten 2 other 10s, and then I will start my bike up and make sure everything's all good to go. So you can probably see that. I like to put the kickstand down, it's easier. Tighten these bolts up right here if they're loose. And both of these bolts are basically just to hold this on. This comes undone very easily. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it right now. I can do a how-to video on another day. We want to make sure that both of these bolts are nice and snug. You don't want them to come off. I mean, nothing bad's gonna happen, but you know, you want them to be tight. Then tighten these 2 right here if they're loose, and mine are good. So I think that's pretty much it for like tightening. Make sure that you have gas in your bike. Hold on. I have some gas in there, but it could be, I could put some more in later. Also, make sure that the handlebar, these are 10mm on my bike. Make sure those are tight. And make sure that these screws, and then these screws, and then this is tight. And then this too, it holds your clutch on and stuff. Make sure it's all tight. Make sure your clutch your brake, your back brake works. Make sure everything's in good working order. And these are for your forks. You can tighten those up. I think they're a 10. So yeah, let me get my bike out and we'll start it up because I want to make sure it's all good and I don't have to do any maintenance to it. So hold on. So now, okay, I thought I lost the key. So now, how you start this bike, turn the key on, turn the gas on. This will start yesterday, so it doesn't need to be choked. And yeah, so this is all running right. Make sure that your idle's good and stuff, and I can show you how to adjust the idle really quickly. Basically, how do you adjust the idles? You take a small or large screwdriver like this, and I'm not gonna adjust mine, but you're gonna right here on this bike, and then you tighten it. You know, it goes down, and then you make it tire revving and stuff. And you can go like this. So mine's good like that. And so that's how you do that. It's pretty easy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for how I do race or make sure my bike's all ready for wherever I ride. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys in the next video.